Two Cows Gaming fans, we are back this week with episode 13. We are talking everything wrestling. I've got 5 wrestling games that everybody should be aware of, and then I'm going to play probably one of the best wrestling games ever put out. And then I have a short little commentary at the end that I want to talk about, and then we'll get into the start of next week. So with a short break, we'll be back. All right, Two Cows Gaming fans, I am back. Welcome to episode 13, Wrasslin Games. Before we get started, I got a little bit of housekeeping to take care of. Most of you who follow me know this already, but for those of you who have not been following me, just be aware that in the description of the video, you'll find links to all of my social media and all of our merch store stuff. Go check it out. Our blog is there. Our TikTok, our not our Instagram, but our Facebook, the Twitter, the whole 9 yards. Go check it out. Subscribe and follow if you like what you see. We do try to put out one blog a week, and also we try to get one game review per month. Now, I missed last month. I had an illness, and we've been dealing with some things on the home front that need to get taken care of. But I'm hoping this next month to get back into the swing of things, and I will be doing episode 10, I think it's 10, of my Armchair Quarterback series. So go ahead and follow us on YouTube, subscribe, and that way you will never miss an episode of John Cow's Corner or any of my game reviews or any of my shorts, all the good stuff that I take care of out there. When we get back from our little break here, we will be jumping right into the list. Again, I say I have 5 good games that I think you should be aware of, or in some cases maybe avoid, but we won't find out until we get there, so I'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Now, checking the list out, number 5 on the list is a Nintendo Entertainment System game. This came out in 1986. This was a spin-off of the Muscle toys that came out, little rubber wrestlers that came out. My generation went crazy for them. I had quite a few of them, and most of my friends had quite a few of them. There was a cartoon, all kinds of stuff like that. This game was based off of that. It's based originally on a manga from Japan. There were 8 wrestlers to choose from. It sold around 1 million units in Japan before it came to the United States. Why I like it, quite frankly, it's just a nostalgia thing for me. I love it because I had the toys, and my friends and we had a lot of fun playing with them. I like the cartoon style presentation. It's not, real complex in the control area. And that's really why I love the game. Excuse me. It's that season. It is allergy season. So you might hear me sneeze. You might hear me clear my throat a little bit. A couple criticisms I have. It is kind of too basic. There's no real structure. It just kind of rolls on from match to match. The difficulty seems a bit high. There's no adjustable difficulty. And it's just not as good as I remember, the video game from when I was a kid. I mean, it's the same game, but it's just, I don't remember it being this kind of cheesy. But it's still, it does have kind of a warm spot in my heart for this particular game, because my brother and we used to play it, and my friends would come over and we'd play it. And we were terrible at it, as you can see. But we still had a lot of fun playing the game. Game number 2, game number 4, I should say, is Tag Team Wrestling by Data East. This was originally an arcade game. It released on the NES in 1986. The drawback to this game is that there are only 4 players, and it is only a tag team game. There's no single player. You're one team or the other, and you play 5 matches, and if you win 5 matches, then you get the championship, and then you got to defend the championship. You can play with your brother or your sister or, another, a friend. 2 players can play. Why do I like it? Well, to put it plainly, I don't. There's just nothing to it. The biggest criticism I have is there's just not enough content. What you see on the screen right now is the extent of the game. It is a bit boring. It is a bit repetitive. And there's just no real point to play. But, the controls are pretty simple. And they are pretty reactive. And it's not hard to learn the different controls for the game. You can go off the turnbuckle just like you can in most of the other wrestling games I have here. But it is just not rewarding enough. It's bright colors. I do like that, and the music isn't too bad. But overall, you probably want to avoid this one. But when we're talking about the Nintendo Entertainment System, there weren't a lot of wrestling games available at the time. This was one of, I think, 3 or 4. Number 3 on my list is Tecmo World Wrestling, and this one I would have put higher on the list, but there are 2 other games that I just really enjoyed more. This released in April of 1990 in North America, and you could tell that this came out much later than the other 2 games. The other 2 games came out when the Nintendo Entertainment System was relatively new. This is after it's kind of been out in stores for a while, and you can see that they're really pushing the technology. There are 10 different wrestlers to choose from in the game. You can play single player or 2-player mode. The reason I love this game, the visuals are fantastic. The wrestlers look great. When you're in the ring, the moves, the controls, everything is fantastic. Each wrestler has their own set of moves that they can use. They have their own style of fighting. They have special moves that are specifically for them. And each one has a special move that they can use that when you are able to trigger it, it slows down like a slow motion kind of animation, which is very cool. And it's like if it's on the Jumbotron. You also actually have more of a career mode in this game. You can train your wrestler, get stronger, get, tougher, get better at wrestling. And to me, that is the real draw here. Now, I'm not very good at this game, but I remember when I was younger, in high school, playing this game and absolutely loving it. The only real criticism I have is it needs more depth. And having a tag team mode would have been nice. But as you can see, visually, it's a great game. I mean, the wrestlers look cool. The colors are really bright. The fans, you can actually see that they're smiling and cheering. It's just a lot of fun. Now, you can go off of the top turnbuckles, and you can throw the people out of the ring, much like the other games in this. But there's just a lot more to this game than some of the other offerings. I think I picked it up for about $8, and I thought that was kind of a bargain for how good this game actually is. But if you shop around, you can find it on eBay. I haven't checked prices on it recently. I don't know what a complete in-box version costs. But and I would also point out, and again, I'm not getting paid for this, but I want to point out I am playing this on the Polymega, and as you can see, it looks absolutely fantastic in HD. So that is my number 3, Tecmo World Wrestling. Number 2. That one is no surprise to anybody, I don't think, and that is Pro Wrestling for the Nintendo Entertainment System. This came out in 1987. There are 6 different wrestlers to choose from. There is a single-player mode and a 2-player mode. There is a championship progression in this game. If you defeat the 5 other wrestlers, you get the championship belt. And then you have to defend the belt 10 times. If you defend the belt 10 times, you get to fight the Blue Devil. which is kind of like the big bad in this game. He is not unlockable as a character, but he has the benefit of being able to use all of the wrestlers' attacks against you. So, you know, and then if you beat him, then you can go to another level, and eventually you have to fight Great Puma, which just adds another layer to the game. So basically, you have 2 championship series, and if you win them both, that's the end of the game. But my brother and I, we played this game like mad when we were in high school. Absolutely loved it. His favorite character was the Amazon. My favorite character was the Starman, which is the guy in pink right there that's kind of whooping up on Fighter Hayabusa. And it's just a lot of fun. There's a lot of depth, a lot of moves, considering that this was a Nintendo Entertainment System game. Again, you can throw your player out of the ring, and you can fight outside of the ring. You have the ref. This is one of the first games where the ref moves around the ring. And there's also the cameraman alongside of the ring shooting the action. So, to me, this was what wrestling was all about back in the day, and I absolutely love it. Number 1 on my list is probably my favorite wrestling game that's ever been produced. I played this game for hours and hours and hours, and that is WCW NWO Revenge on the N64. To this day, I still think it is the best wrestling game that's ever been made. You have tons of wrestlers from WCW, NWO. They have some of their own wrestlers that they put into the game. You have different venues, different stages, different backdrops that you could choose from. You have different weights. You can do heavyweight or cruiserweight. You could do the tag team championship. You could do the cruiserweight championship. You could do the heavyweight championship. There's also different match types, including a cage match. I think there's like 6 different types, but it's absolutely fantastic. You know, and when you do the tag team, you get to choose your two characters that you want. You could choose like the Steiner brothers, or you can put together a team that's different than that. It's arguably the best wrestling game out there. The characters have different costumes. As you progress in the game, you unlock different costumes for each of the players depending on how well you perform. And it also keeps track of your score. But up to 4 players can play this game on the N64. This again is using the Polymega, so you can see that in action. It looks fantastic. You know, upscaling it to HD, it really makes it look good. But THQ really nailed it on their two outings with wrestling games. This one, and then of course WCW NWO World Tour, which was the first one in the series, and they're both fantastic. I love them both. So we're going to take a little break, and then I'm going to come back for the gameplay segment. And that game is one, although I've never actually played it, I'm looking forward to playing it because I've heard it's probably the best wrestling game ever made. So we're going to take a little break, and I'll be right back. All right. We are back, and today for our gameplay segment, we are playing WWF WrestleMania 2000 from the N64. Most people that I know or I've talked to think this is probably the absolute best wrestling game that's ever been made. It uses the exact same engine as WCW NWO Revenge. This boasts over 50 wrestlers. There's different teams. There's different kind of sectors or sects in the wrestling ranks as well, like Degeneration X, and you know, it's. I'm really looking forward to giving this a try. So we're gonna just go ahead and jump in. I'm not gonna monkey with creating a wrestler. We're just gonna do Actually, we'll do a Road to WrestleMania. We'll do a new game. And I think we are going to do... I got to do Triple H. Got to do Triple H. Oh, I guess I got to choose who I wrestle next. Why not? We'll do that one. Alright, let's get after it. Now this has all of the same, like, kind of intros. There's different backgrounds, different stages that you come out on. It has the actual wrestler's entrance, which is awesome. But this is my first time playing this game, so we're going to skip this one. And we are going to play this one, because that's me, Triple H. Alright. See if we can spank the blue meanie. I'm very glad that this uses the same control scheme as the NCW or WCW NWO Revenge game, because again, this is my first time playing this and I don't have the instruction manual or anything for it. Triple H doing his walk-in with China. And next up is the Blue Meanie. I barely remember this guy. This guy kind of debuted when I was getting out of wrestling. I kind of got out of it at the start of the Attitude Era. Kind of right as Degeneration X was peaking, and before NWO came to WWF. I'm not going to do a lot of talking. I just want to try this game out. Yes, got him. There it is. Now, when I played the WCW one earlier, I played as Goldberg. And I just love the way Goldberg would spear people. Yeah, get him. Get him, Triple H. You can also get, like, there's pinfall, there's submission, there's disqualification. You have interference come in from outside the ring. Look at that. Got the 3 count right away. Minute 46. Mop the floor with the Blue Meanie. Didn't even get to use the... What was his special move? I don't even remember. What was it? The pedigree. That's what it was. Oh, who are we wrestling now? Let's find out. I just like these games because the moveset is so easy. Ooh, Prince Albert. All right, well, try and clean his clock too. I barely remember Prince Albert. We're going to skip the intro, though. We're going to get right to it. Oh, right in the mommy-daddy button. Ooh, yeah. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, he reversed it on me. Oh, no. There's draws. Missed him again. Ooh. That's right. Prince Albert was all kinds of hairy. There, I got him. Nailed him with the knee. Yeah, give him the beat down. Right in the middle of the ring. Right in the middle of the ring. I wish I knew how to do the pedigree. It's gonna rope break me. We're just going to keep punishing him. I like the way that it says that there's a danger, like down at the bottom on the right, you can see the attitude bar, and once that reaches the danger zone, oh, right in the nuts. And then he headbutted me. That's not cool. When it gets into the danger zone, you can pin him. Haven't quite figured out how to do the Irish whip yet. Yeah, choke him from behind. There you go. That-a-way. He gave up. He submitted. Awesome. Well, we're going to do one more. Care about any of this stuff. There we go. Next. Triple H. Who am I wrestling? Oh, this is King of the Ring. You can also select Royal Rumble as one of the matches, which I think is kind of cool. Oh, this is okay. This is Raw as War. Who am I wrestling? Meat. God. So here's the different ways you can win: time limit, pin, no TKO, interference, ring out, submission, rope break, and bloodshed. So, and the bloodshed part is for first blood. I have that disabled right now. So. We're going to skip the entrances. We know what they're all about. Just understand that they are actually the licensed entrances for each wrestler. Okay, so one way no matter which way I go with this, he doesn't whip. So I'm wondering if I have to change the... Okay, so B button doesn't do it. Now we'll try... Okay, that does that. Uh-oh, uh-oh! Ooh, that hurt. I gotta figure out how to do the Irish whip, man. Nice, there we go. Okay, so that does one variable. Ooh, shoulder block. That was not cool. It's the... There's the leg breaker. Nice. Now we'll get that side. There we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do, but... There's a nice reversal there. How do I trigger the pedigree? Oh, there's a headlock. That's kind of cool. Oh, he gave me the suplex. That's not cool. I gotta figure out how to do the pedigree. Small package! Come on, get him, get him. Yeah! Pinned him with the small package. Alright. That is awesome. Alright, so we're gonna take a little break, and then I will be right back after this. We're going to put this on pause if we can. Actually, we're just going to leave it at the main menu. There we go. Oh, I can exit. There we go. So we're going to stop right here, and then when I come back, we are going to talk about my commentary a little bit, which I think everybody can relate to. All right, TwoCowsGaming fans, I am back. Thank you for tuning in today. But we're going to close out today with a suggestion box, especially about Wrasslin Games. At least for me, you know, I come from the era when it was easily to approach these wrestling games. They were easy to learn. The special moves were not too difficult. As you could see, I was handling my own with the WrestleMania 2000 game. But I would say to developers, with the wrestling games, don't overthink it. You know, we just want to play the games and be the characters that we always like to watch on TV. For me, it was always Rock, Triple H, and Stone Cold Steve Austin as single wrestlers, and then the Road Warriors as a tag team. And to me, I just want to feel like them. I don't need to be them. So I don't need all of their moveset copied perfectly. Just give me the rock bottom. Give me the Executioner from the Road Warriors. You know, Stone Cold Stunner. The pedigree. Those are the things that I need for my wrestlers to do. And I'm a happy man. I don't need to know every little single move that they do or every little single stunt that they do to wow people. I just want to play the game, win my titles, and just play pretend. That's why I play video games. Is I play pretend. So when you're developing these wrestling games, or any kind of fighting game. Don't overthink it. It's nice to have movesets, but when you make the movesets too complex, people like me who are old school gamers just get turned off by it. It's not interesting to us. I don't want to basically put in a cheat code every time I want to execute one of my wrestlers' favorite moves. Couple simple button combinations when my opponent is weak and I'm a happy man. I don't like having to constantly reverse everything. I don't want perfect timing. I just want to beat up somebody, pin somebody, and win a title once in a while. So that is my suggestion box to any developer who may be listening. Don't overthink your games. Simple is better. It's more accessible to a larger group of people. Maybe put a hardcore mode in a game or release a different game that's geared for players like that. But, for people like me who just want to have fun, keep it simple, stupid, man. But with that, as I always say, be safe, be kind, and remember, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, you do matter and you are loved. Have a great week, everybody, and I will be back next week with episode 14, which will be a surprise. So take it easy.